Okay, I admit it, I never watched X-Men the animated series, which premiered in 1992. But then I wasn't around.
I wasn't around in the 90s, so I don't really know what happened. I mean, I know
Oh,
people
no,
bought...
you were around. You weren't around comic books.
All right, Matt. Okay. I wasn't around in comic books in the 90s.
But once I heard that Disney was premiering a new X-Men animated show, I decided to go on to Disney Plus and watch the episodes. And I have to say, the animation style could have used some work, but the stories were top-notch. Overall, not bad. In this video, I'll take a look back at the history and legacy of X-Men the Animated Series, and I'll pick my 5 favorite storylines, and I'll reveal some behind-the-scenes stories, trivia, and secrets that you may not know about. Whether you are a longtime fan or a newcomer to the X-Men universe, I hope you will enjoy this retrospective of what I believe was a terrific animated show. Stay tuned for the video.
Anachronic.
Hi comic book fans, I'm Joe and welcome to Anachronic Comics. A new X-Men show is finally here, premiering on Disney Plus on March 20th, X-Men 97. The story continues from the 90s show, X-Men the Animated Series, with X-Men members picking up the pieces after the death of Professor X. An accompanying X-Men 97 comic will also debut in March, helping bridge the gap between the two series. X-Men the Animated Series debuted in 1992 and was a landmark in the history of superhero animation. It was the first animated series to adapt the stories and characters of the X-Men comics, which were created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in 1963. The show ran for 5 seasons and 76 episodes. It was praised for its faithful adaptation of the comic book stories, its mature and complex themes, its diverse and memorable characters, and its thrilling action sequences. It also tackled social issues such as racism, prejudice, discrimination, and oppression, and explored the moral dilemmas and personal struggles of the X-Men and their enemies. The show was not afraid to challenge its viewers with dark and emotional stories, such as the Phoenix Saga, the Sentinels, the Savage Land, and the Days of Future Past storylines. The show also had a lasting influence on the culture and industry of animation. It set a new standard for quality and storytelling in superhero cartoons and inspired many other shows to follow its examples. It also paved the way for the successful X-Men film franchise that began in 2000 and that has grossed over $6 billion worldwide, and it helped popularize the Marvel brand among mainstream audiences. The show's voice actors, Cal Dodd as Wolverine, Lenore Zahn as Rogue, George Buza as Beast, Catherine Disher as Jean Grey, Chris Potter as Gambit, Alison Seeley-Smith as Storm, and Alison Court as Jubilee became iconic for their roles and are still recognized by fans today. So the show's legacy will now continue with X-Men 97, the upcoming animated series. The series will be a revival of the original show, continuing from where it left off. It will be produced by Marvel Studios Animation. Many of the original cast members will reprise their roles. The series will feature new stories and characters from the X-Men comics. The original X-Men animated series is a treasure trove of action-packed storytelling and character development. Here are my 5 favorite storylines, each of which, in my opinion, stand out for their compelling narratives and significant impact on the series as a whole. Now, I suggest that you watch or rewatch these before the new series. The first, The Night of the Sentinels from Season 1, Episodes 1 and 2. The 2-part plot episode sets the stage with high stakes and introduces us to the core team of X-Men, their mission, and their biggest adversaries, the Sentinels, giant robots designed to hunt mutants. It introduces us to a world where mutants are feared and oppressed by society. Jubilee, a young mutant with the power to generate pyrotechnic energy blasts, inadvertently triggers her abilities, leading to her persecution by the Sentinels. These episodes highlight the X-Men's efforts to protect Jubilee and other mutants from Sentinel attacks, showcasing their individual powers and personalities. Characters like Cyclops with his optic blasts and Wolverine with his adamantium claws and regenerative abilities are introduced. The narrative emphasizes the X-Men's struggle against anti-mutant sentiments and their commitment to foster a world where humans and mutants can coexist peaceably. These episodes also set the stage for the series' exploration of themes such as prejudice, acceptance, and the fight for equality. Next is Days of Future Past, Season 1, Episodes 11 and 12. This storyline explains a dystopian future, offering a poignant commentary on discrimination and the importance of choice in shaping the future. The episodes delve deeper into a dark future where mutants are oppressed by Sentinels. In this timeline, the X-Men are either in hiding or have been captured, and some are deceased. The narrative follows the efforts to change history by preventing the assassination of a key figure, which is the catalyst for the anti-mutant sentiment. Throughout trials and teamwork, they aim to locate the would-be assassin and stop the pivotal event, thus altering the course of history and preventing a grim future. The conclusion of Days of Future Past is a poignant moment that ties together the series' exploration of destiny and choice. Without giving away specific details, the ending brings a resolution that reflects on the themes of sacrifice, the weight of decisions, and the enduring fight for a better future. It leaves the audience with a message about the power of individuals and communities to shape their own destiny. Characters like Wolverine, Bishop, and Storm play crucial roles in the storyline. Third up, the Phoenix Saga, Season 3, Episodes 3 through 7. Spanning 5 episodes, this saga takes viewers on an intergalactic adventure that delves into Jean Grey's transformation into the Phoenix, highlighting themes of power and sacrifice. The Phoenix Saga is a thrilling and complex narrative arc that delves deep into the lore of the X-Men universe. It introduces viewers to the cosmic entity known as the Phoenix Force and its bond with Jean Grey. The saga begins with the X-Men's encounter with aliens fighting a war on a faraway plane. The narrative arc explores themes of power, responsibility, and sacrifice. Each episode delves deeper into the characters' personal struggles and their fight against formidable foes who seek to control or destroy the Phoenix's immense power. Part 1, titled Sacrifice, sets the stage with a mysterious space mission gone awry, leading to Jean's transformation into the Phoenix. As the saga unfolds through the Dark Shroud, Cry of the Banshee, the Starjammers, and culminates in Child of Light, we witness epic battles, intergalactic alliances, and personal turmoil. The saga is rich with themes of power, responsibility, and transformation. It explores the duality of Jean's existence as both a powerful cosmic entity and a compassionate human being. The Phoenix Saga reaches its climax in a dramatic and emotional conclusion. Without giving away too much, the ending revolves around Jean Grey's ultimate fate as the Phoenix and the X-Men's desperate efforts to save their friend and the universe from the catastrophic potential of the Phoenix's full power. The resolution of the Phoenix Saga leaves a lasting impact on the X-Men and sets the stage for future stories in the series. Next, The Dark Phoenix, Season 3, Episodes 14 through 17. Following the Phoenix Saga, this arc deals with the consequences of unchecked power, as Jean Grey's alter ego, the Dark Phoenix, poses a threat to the universe itself. The X-Men face off against formidable foes while also dealing with internal conflicts and the potential loss of their teammate. The Dark Phoenix Saga is a compelling narrative that delves into the transformation of Jean Grey into the Dark Phoenix. This storyline is a pivotal moment, not only for the character, but also for the X-Men universe as a whole. Part 1, titled Dazzled, introduces us to the cosmic entity known as the Phoenix Force, which merges with Jean Grey after she sacrifices herself to save her fellow X-Men. The fusion imbues her with immense power and a new, vibrant persona, the Phoenix. In Part 2, The Inner Circle, we witness the manipulation of Jean by others who seek to control her newfound abilities. The episode explores themes of power and corruption as Jean struggles to maintain her sense of self amid external influences. The Dark Phoenix, Part 3, sees Jean's transformation into the Dark Phoenix, a being of pure thought and untamed power. Her abilities become a threat not just to the X-Men, but to the entire universe. The episode is a dramatic exploration of the burden of power and the potential for destruction. Finally, Part 4, The Fate of the Phoenix, brings a resolution to Jean's tumultuous journey. Faced with the realization of the havoc wrought by her alter ego, Jean makes a selfless decision that defines her character and underscores the themes of sacrifice and redemption that run throughout the Dark Phoenix saga. This arc is not only a significant part of X-Men lore, but also serves as a narrative on the complexities of power, identity, and choice. And its creation is attributed to writer Chris Claremont and artist John Byrne. Their collaboration brought to life the transformation of Jean Grey into the Dark Phoenix, a narrative that has resonated with fans for decades. And the fifth and last is A Rogue's Tale, Season 2, Episode 9. Although this story may not be on everyone's top 5 list, it is a favorite of mine as it relates to personal struggles that we all may have and how to confront them. This episode provides a deep dive into Rogue's troubled past and her struggle with the powers she cannot control, offering a personal story amid the larger battles. This episode stands out as a significant chapter in Rogue's character development, exploring her complex backstory and the haunting memories that shape her. The turning point in Rogue's backstory is her encounter with Ms. Marvel, which is depicted with emotional intensity. The episode explores her struggles with her powers and her past, providing viewers with a deeper understanding of her character. The episode masterfully portrays Rogue's internal battle, showing her resilience and her determination to overcome her past. The narrative also touches on the themes of acceptance and self-discovery, as Rogue confronts the reality of her abilities and learns to embrace them as part of who she is. Through flashbacks and intense emotional scenes, viewers gain a deeper understanding of Rogue's vulnerabilities and strengths. The story resonates with anyone facing their own personal demons. It reminds us that our struggles are part of our journey, and in facing them head-on is the path to growth and self-acceptance. Each episode is a testament to the enduring legacy of X-Men the Animated Series, showcasing why it remains a beloved classic in the realm of animated superhero series. But did you know that there were some behind-the-scenes stories about the production of this show? Here are some of them that I found. The show was almost canceled before it even started. The network executives were not convinced that a show about mutants would appeal to kids, and they rejected the first pilot episode called Pride of the X-Men, which featured Kitty Pryde as the main character. The producers had to make a second pilot called Night of the Sentinels, which introduced Jubilee as the new point of view character and focused more on the anti-mutant prejudice theme. The second pilot was well received by the test audiences, and the show was greenlit for 13 episodes. The show had a very tight budget and schedule, which affected the animation quality. The producers had to outsource the animation to several studios in Korea, Japan, and the Philippines, which resulted in inconsistent character designs, colors, and movements. Sometimes the animators would make mistakes, such as Cyclops having a double visor over his eyes instead of a single one. The producers had to fix these errors in post-production, but if you watch closely, some of them still slip through. The show had a lot of creative freedom when it came to adapting the comic book stories. The writers were allowed to choose which stories they wanted to adapt and how they wanted to change them to fit the show's format and tone. For example, they adapted the famous Dark Phoenix saga, but they made Jean Grey survive at the end instead of sacrificing herself. They also adapted the Days of Future Past storyline, but they used Bishop as the time traveler instead of Kitty Pryde. They also created some original stories. The show had a loyal fan base that helped it survive cancellation threats. The show was among the very popular ones for kids and adults alike, and it received high ratings and positive reviews. However, the network executives were not happy with the show's dark and mature themes, and they tried to cancel it several times, saying that it wasn't for kids. The fans protested by sending letters, emails, and phone calls to Fox Kids, demanding that the show be renewed. Thanks to their efforts, the show lasted for 5 seasons and 76 episodes. X-Men, the animated series, was a groundbreaking and influential series that brought the X-Men to life on the small screen. It was created by talented writers and producers who captured the essence of the characters and their struggles. It was a cultural phenomenon that inspired generations of fans and creators. It was a masterpiece of superhero animation that deserves to be celebrated and remembered. Were you a fan of the 1990s animated series? Are you looking forward to the new X-Men 97 show? Let me know in the comments. While you're waiting for X-Men 97, check out my collection of X-Men comic books I bought as a kid back in the 1960s. Be well, and I'll see you soon.